Hi everyone, my name is Prateek. I'm one of the co-founders here at Decentro, and I have Ankan from Frio here with me. Hey Ankan, hi, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
All good, all good. Perfect. So Ankan, do you want to give a quick intro, a bit on yourself, a bit on what Frio does, and yeah, we can take it ahead from there.
Sure. I'm Ankan. I head engineering at Frio. We are a fintech into a lot of financial products. We do consumer lending. We do BNPL, buy now pay later products. We are going to launch our CASA product offering soon. So basically, the plan is to be a neobank where we offer a lot of financial services to our customers under the same umbrella. I've been here for 5 years since I think we were about 10 people strong. Before that, I've been part of another fintech called EasyTap. I spent about 5 years there. And yeah, I graduated from Kanpur, IIT Kanpur, and then I joined a small product startup in Bangalore. I've been in Bangalore since then. Yeah, that's about it.
Great, great. Hey, thanks so much for walking us through it. Yeah, so 5 years in the banking and fintech space, so you must have had your share dealing with banks, dealing with government institutions, also dealing with a few lenders as well. Yeah, I think the banking tech landscape has evolved quite a bit, but again, I think it would be great if you can share the viewers a bit more on, let's say, the pain points that you were facing. How did you, let's say, come across Decentro? And yeah, I think, did you see potential in, let's say, where we could, we as a banking as a service platform could come in and, let's say, fill one of the gaps? That whole story would be great.
Sure. So being into the lending space, we do have a lot of partnerships with banks and NBFCs. We do a lot of integrations with them because the money still flows through our platform, and we are the customer-facing application. So in the background, we do connect to a lot of banks, NBFCs, bureaus, NSDL for PAN verification, and it's not easy, right? So our main product is consumer facing, and that's where we want to spend most time at. Like, we want to look after the customer, not spend time on like these integrations every time we integrate with a new partner. And although the landscape has improved a lot in the last 5 years, like a lot of government initiatives like account aggregator, your linkages with Aadhaar, a lot of information is available from the user with just like a click of a button, where you take consent from the user, but you still get the information from some of the government agencies. So although it has improved a lot, you still need to build it, right? So, and there's a lot of grunt work involved in that. So you do need to do full KYC of the customers because it's our money that goes out, right? And you need to collect it back. So a proper KYC is required, not just from compliance, for saving us ourselves, right? So as in lending, like the game is not in giving the money out, it's in collections, right? So you do want to collect a lot of data, a lot of user information to make sure that you have the right user to lend to. And it does involve checking a lot of user data. Like, you do verify the customer is genuine, the customer has a valid PAN, the customer has a bureau, whether the customer is fraud or not, which area they live into, and a lot of data that we want to get from these government agencies. Every time you want to get that, there's an integration involved, and that's where we want to be less involved in, right? And that's where we figured out, and we worked with a lot of agencies earlier before working with Decentro, and we have always found it challenging because, like, one is working with these government agencies is not that straightforward. Also, like, you have a long tag for responses, you need to wait out for their responses. And I think one of the that Decentro has taken away from us is all these integrations that we have to do. Like, we don't worry about NSDL checks anymore because Decentro gives us that platform. And with a lot of products that Decentro is building, and I think we are looking at our landscape and figuring out where we can integrate with Decentro, and we can just focus on our customers, and Decentro can focus on their job.
Yeah, I think that's a really good summary. And although the landscape has changed, I think there's still so much to do when it comes to, let's say, integrating with a bank or integrating with a government agency or even integrating with a lender for that matter. So I think for everyone's reference, what Frio does with us is, Frio uses our KYC stack, and they're able to verify the PAN numbers of individuals. They're able to collect alternate data on each individual that in turn goes into their underwriting stack to figure out, whether a particular individual is eligible for a loan or not. So yeah, Ankan, do you sort of recollect how was life before Decentro? And then I think once you integrate with Decentro, how was the integration experience like? And how was life after Decentro? Did we actually, uh, you know, take away that pain point from you from, let's say, dealing with multiple agencies so that you can focus on your customer? I think the before and after would really help us.
Yeah, so I'm not going to take any names here, but like we did work with some agencies that used to provide the same services earlier. But I think where Decentro excels is that like the tech stack itself plus the responsiveness that we've gotten from the team, right? So everyone is available to answer if there's any issue. So far, I think we'll be with Decentro for 1 year in March. I think we have had one issue so far in the whole year where it is a small issue, I think, right? So all that headache go away. And some of the agencies that we were working with earlier, I think we were facing a lot of issues with the responsiveness of the team to look after customer issues. We were not able to get the right visibility why things are not working in some cases, right? And we've been very happy with the services, and we've been very happy with the team and the responsiveness. That's one key takeaway, that I don't want to get involved in all these integrations because somebody else is taking care of that, and that I think Decentro is doing a very good job there. We do use KYC services of Decentro. One is the NSDL services, and we do use the CKYC service for our NBFC, which is TapStart. So those are required for underwriting, obviously, and it's a background API, right? So the customer doesn't have to do like KYC upload, for example. Instead of, if we have a KYC from them, we just use that instead of asking them for uploading documents. That's where it has helped. It has helped us reducing the tag to give the loan out to the customer.
Yeah, I think that's always refreshing to sort of hear that. Thanks so much. And yeah, I think although you've sort of like covered the key aspects, I guess what we started off was pretty basic, which is the NSDL validation. But then I think ever since we've evolved, we've sort of like let's say co-launched, like for example the integration with TapStart. I remember us having a chat on the technical specifics, or even the regulatory authority on how do you, let's say, pull a CKYC when it comes to, let's say, your own NBFC entity.
Sure. So we have done CKYC integration with one of the companies earlier, but it did involve a lot of cost for us. So it required us to set up a Windows server, for example. We had to pay like Windows licensing, plus the CKYC, which is already there. So it was coming up to a certain cost, which we were not very happy with. We had to maintain servers just to install some software which didn't belong to us. So that's where I think Decentro has helped us creating that stack where it's a service to us. It's an API call for us, right? And since CKYC has to be done only through a regulated entity, it's basically seamless, right? It's an API. It's a simple API which anybody can code instead of like managing a server and paying for that. And it's not, the managing a server is not helping me doing anything extra. That's where it has helped us a lot.
I guess that kind of reminds me of AWS. You don't really want to go out there and buy your own servers and maintain your own cloud as well. Perfect. I think that's quite helpful. One last question from our side, and I guess it's kind of safe to kind of call you a veteran in fintech, because you've seen it all over the past couple of years. Where do you see fintech heading? Where do you see Frio heading? And yeah, I guess if you can share some insights on what does the roadmap look like for Frio? Are you if you guys are working on something exciting, or if you're seeing some interesting trends in the fintech space in India?
I think one of the challenges that we are trying to solve is like serving new to credit customers, right? So these are folks just getting out of colleges, getting into jobs, which do not have a credit history. So how do you underwrite them? And I think some of the fintechs out there are doing that job very well. They're able to lend to them. But like making all the financial services available to them is going to be the challenge, I think, in the coming years. So Frio, as part of Frio, we are developing our own product offerings for such users. Like we already have a credit line. So we need to get better at underwriting NTC base, which doesn't have a credit history. We are trying to launch some products which will help them evolve their credit history in the right way, which is like you'll soon see Frio Save product, which allows you to open a savings bank account with one of the banks. And so that is just one part of it, but we will build it as a credit-led neobank where it will help you increase your credit score, improve your credit scores. And the third product that we already have in the market, which is called Frio Pay, which is a buy now, pay later product. It's like you spend on something and you pay at the end of the month, right? So some of the other companies are already doing that. It's working well for us. We are getting good traction there. So since we already have a big customer base which is using one of our products, we are trying to leverage all these users for other products and trying to give them the same experience that we have given them on the credit line. So they remain in the same ecosystem, they face the same customer experience on our apps.
Great. I guess, if I were to go back in time, I would definitely use the platform. I remember my first job. I think I was given a salary account with a public sector bank. No signs of credit card. Spent 2.5-3 years with my debit card. Never got a chance to build a credit history as well. Yeah, I think it's quite interesting to see platforms such as yourself come in and solve this ecosystem. Great. I guess that's all from our side. Thanks so much, Ankan. Appreciate the time you spent with us. Look forward to working with you and even enabling more use cases with you as well.
Thanks, Prateek, for having me here. Great to talk to you always.